So my name is Nicolas Bacca. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Ledger. So Ledger is a company manufacturing hardware wallet and working on security solutions for the blockchain space. And well, so what I'm doing on Ledger, I'm basically designing the next generation of our platforms. So my team initially designed the first hardware wallet, and now we're thinking about what we're going to do with enterprise products such as Ledger Vault and virtualization of Ledger hardware through different systems. So how to put Ledger in a phone, for example, or in a desktop computer, and how to enable, hardware wallets for the most possible people in the world. So Ledger mission is to provide security for the whole crypto industry. So for security, we mean security for the end users. So typically that's what we are doing with hardware wallets. Security for institutions holding crypto, so which might have some different needs. For example, they might want to audit who is doing what operations. They might want to put some threshold on different crypto transactions. And then security for the next applications that we could see on blockchain, typically in IoT space, so with small devices. So thinking about how we can bring security to devices that will interact by themselves on the blockchain. So the story of the team that created Ledger is quite fun, I would say, because we are 3 different companies that met and decided to run a product on the blockchain space, so decided to run into hardware wallets. So my own team was working on crypto products, but cryptographic products, so not crypto as in coin, since 2010. We were using to work with banks and passports, credit cards, and all that kind of boring stuff, I would say, for our industry. So at some point, we were involved in designing a product for a customer, which was actually an advertising product. So we were designing a USB card, and when you plug the card into a PC, the card will just open a URL and redirect you to a website. So the product wasn't very popular, so it crashed. At some time, people couldn't pay me, so I went away with the card, with the chips, and wondering what I could do with that. So that was in mid-2012 when I discovered Bitcoin. So I had the card. We thought, what can we do with that? And if we want to promote crypto, we need to make private key management easy for people. So we had the hardware, we designed the software, that was the first part. And the product got a bit popular, and that's where we met the 2 other companies that created Ledger. So one of them was designing a crypto exchange in France that was actually selling Bitcoin for credit cards. So with doing all the taxes properly, that was the first one to do that. And the other one was La Maison de Bitcoin, created by Eric Larchevêque, which was a co-working space on Bitcoin solutions. And we met, the 3 of us, at a hackathon organized in that space, realized that we were all 3 of us entrepreneurs in different spaces, and we realized we could do something better together. So the Ledger Wallet desktop and mobile application are the applications that we use to interact with the hardware wallet. The hardware wallet itself is a secure device, but if you can't connect it to anything, well, you're not going to do much. So we try to provide an integrated experience with different desktop applications that we have. Today, those applications are a bit old because they were designed in 2015, so they look a bit outdated. And that's why we are going to replace them with something we call Ledger Live in July, which will be an integrated portfolio management on which you will be able to follow the different value of all your cryptos in the same application and still interact with the hardware wallet for security-related operations. So when we want to run new technology on our applications, on our store, we basically like it when third-party developers are designing the application for us. So in that case, our SDK is completely open, so we just have to review the application, and when the application is properly designed, so basically it's not leaking information and it's not compromising the user's secrets, it's just fine to release it on our App Store. So we decided to release a Woleet application because we know, we have been working with a team behind Woleet for some time. We think that notarization is a good use case for different blockchains and typically for Bitcoin, because putting in the blockchain something, a proof that you had the document available or data available at some point in time is a nice use case. And Woleet is getting some traction already, and we thought that securing the way you put those proofs in the blockchain by interacting with an application on our hardware was a nice improvement on the securities you already had. The biggest challenges to secure the infrastructure in this space is really to take care about the different threats that you can have, because there are lots of different threats that many people are not thinking about. So stealing private keys is just one. I mean, we see people getting more and more creative with different malwares. For example, I have seen malwares that will redirect the clipboard so that when you copy and paste an address, the malware will paste a different one. So that's something that is quite hard to protect against. So we try to think when we design our hardware products about how an attacker could think and how an attacker could try to attack somebody. So really the biggest threat is to, well, try to think about everything and see how you could counter what somebody might think about. So I see ledger role and contribution going more and more important in this space, because security is really a critical part of it. I mean, crypto come with absolutely no insurance, and if you lose your private key, you basically lose everything with no way of getting back your crypto. So we need to make hardware solutions and proper solutions to secure your private keys really ubiquitous. So we need to get more open. I mean, as we go, we are going to open more and more parts of our infrastructure. So today, most of it is already open, but our operating system, so our kernel, is not open yet, and we plan to open most of it in the near future. We also plan to make the product more affordable for people to get, so we are going to run into different kind of hardware wallets. So some of them will be virtualized, so people could download them for increased security at almost no cost, or the cost would be borne by the OEM incorporating the product. We want to think about how we can make the product also usable on mobile. And, well, generally speaking, for good security, we need security that's easy to use. So we want to make good security easier. Our roadmap this year will have different milestones. So first, we will announce the first enterprise product tomorrow. So before, we had been mostly working for end users, and we will release something that will allow institutions to hold large amounts of crypto. So that's an announcement we'll make tomorrow, along with the first customers that have already used this product. Then later this year, we have some important milestone for developers, where we will release development tools to let people debug their applications more easily on our product. Because today we have already an open SDK and a large community working on it. But it might be difficult to design applications because the debugging stack is not very rich, I would say. So you can basically print information about what you're doing and that's it. So we want to release something more sophisticated by the end of the year, I would say. And then we will, another large milestone we'll have in July will be the release of the Ledger Live application, so next generation desktop application. And by the end of the year, the mobile version of Ledger Live, so then you could use your portfolio on the hardware wallet on all platforms you have, so desktop and mobile.